Hey there, and welcome to Panopticon Part 10, where we're still trying to get this basic colony up to the surface. We've got most of the basics in. We've got our bathroom, we've got a lab, we've got a functional kitchen. There we go. Now it's functional. It's functional. I just loaded the game. I did just get a whole bunch of warning messages about mods, so... What the hell was that? So, hopefully nothing explodes, but we shall see. Have I not rummaged or inspected this? Oh, the databanks are different again. Okay, so... With the Frosty Planet DLC, the databanks are 5 1/4 inch discs instead of 3.5. And if you're under 30, that probably doesn't mean anything to you. This is a 3.5 inch disc, in that it's 3.5 inches across the top, and before this there was a floppy disk type called 5 1/4, so it was like 5 1/4 inches long, which for normal humans, so 3 1/4 inches would be what, 7 centimeters, give or take, maybe 8, and 5 1/2 would be approximately 11 centimeters across. But I think they were still called, even if you lived in countries that used like a sensible system like metric, they were still called 3 1/4 and 5 1/2, because, you know, American standards fucking infect the world. Anyway, I'm going to try and do two things in this video and going forward to make them a little bit better. One, I'm going to do my best to stop talking to myself when I'm doing stuff. So like if I'm talking to myself, I'm going to try and speak more loudly to project, as we were once told in acting classes, so that the microphone actually picks me up, because I've got a webcam mic here, which is no good if I'm just kind of mumbling, you know, if I'm talking to myself. Second thing I'm going to do is I think I'm going to bump these sessions up to 2 hours, because we're now at the point where progress in terms of construction is massively slowed down, because we've got all the basics, the low-hanging fruit done. Oh, obviously I've got radiation sorted out. Alright, well, oh yeah, let's get that. I like that seed machine. Yes, I've got the thing. And so, because I'm also running, if you haven't noticed, I'm also running a second colony using the new Frosty Planet DLC. Now, because I started this one because the Frosty Planet DLC dropped, like I started it before it dropped. Oh no, I got a warm coat. Is warm coat part of that new DLC? I'm not sure. Oh, and I meant to check my research tree actually. Looking for stuff with the blue stripe. I don't see anything. So looks like the Frosty Planet DLC stuff is not retroactive, which is fine. That's absolutely fine. It's just a thing. I do know how temperature works will have changed. Well, if temperature would have changed, then it would have made sense for them to then also put the buildings in, because at least one of those buildings is directly for dealing with temperature. Would it be? Yeah, but it's not in there. Because I know there's like 3 new buildings, and one of them is in like the first two levels. So like in the basic research tier, there's basically a machine where dupes can go warm up if they're freezing. Yep, ain't there. That's fine. That was mop, right? Yes, that's mop. That's sweet. There we go. That's what I was looking for. I'm going to turn on industrial. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm going to run these things for 2 hours just so we get a little bit more work done. And I mean, you, as the viewer, can obviously just like skip through stuff that's boring. I'm not going to edit stuff out for 2 reasons. One, that is a whole heap of work for currently no payoff whatsoever. I do like people watching, but these videos get like 10 to 20 views. So, and secondly, you know, what I find interesting isn't necessarily what you find interesting. So I'm not going to make that presumption. We got some of that. We want you. Well, I do want you to be better at crafting. Building, as the case may be in this particular game. Electrical engineering. You are all researched out, so yeah, let's get the doctor stuff. And that's all the skill points. Okay, and that was me mumbling to myself that I just said I was going to do my best to stop doing. Okay, let's get that copper. Now, because algae is useful, but that we should replace those tiles with that. Oh yeah, and snow tiles would be in here. Yeah, no, they're not. Power, clickety, clickety, go away. Furniture, dislike. Alright. We need to copy these settings. That one of these guys. There we go. Hot tub. I've never used a hot tub. In game, at least. It's good that it's built, but I think it's a whole bunch of effort to hook up. Because we need a water intake, we need a water output. Requires pipes, power, water's comfortably. And it has to be at a comfortable temperature and will cool rapidly. 240 watts. What's the output? Input. I don't know what the output is. What if I do that? Will you tell me? I assume it's polluted water. Or is it just cool water? It's a mystery! Okay. Also, this whole thing is too shallow. Like, just on the basis that it's going to fill. So let's extend this down to, I don't know, there. No, because I want to actually put some actual tiles in there, and if I do that wrong, it's gonna flood. So let's do that. Let's do it that way. Yeah, we're all on harvest. Excellent. Because I also want to get down to this building. This building to the store. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, that can be reached as well. Excellent. How much reed fiber? Just 2 fiber there. There's 2 there. There's 2 there. There's 2 there. Okay, there's a whole bunch of reed fiber. Excellent. New printables are available. Volume Brian. Stop mumbling to yourself. I don't want any of this. I'm not even gonna accept the shine FX. Why not? Why would I reject the shine FX? There's no downsides to accepting it. To the best of my knowledge, they don't consume anything. Like, I don't care about them. Somebody's got skills waiting. you do. Do I average your rocketry? I don't. Let's give you more of that. Okay, I'm just going to put some skills away. Okay. A warm coat. Now, what are temperatures like? Yeah, I don't want anyone wearing a warm coat. Sassy suit? Absolutely. But a warm coat? No. You'll take clothing, right? You will not. Or refined metal, or raw mineral, or organic. That's me suddenly realizing that that is my Abyssalite box. Now you've been changed. There we go. Copy settings. To these two for sure. Your Abyssalite. Your Abyssalite. But the rest of it gets those two in the middle. Can I change the color on these? Can I please make these look different? Because I'm gonna totally screw this up later. We're gonna skip you. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. And we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. I think that's them all. And now we're gonna copy these and we're gonna put them down here because we have another bunch of stuff to be collected down here. Okay. Now, I think, perhaps incorrectly, at some point we had a copper ore shortage. Oh, which we do not anymore. Where kind of algae? Did I see sedimentary rock? I did see sedimentary rock. Where? Oh, did we get it down there? That's interesting. Because we need the sedimentary rock to convert hatches into stone hatches. Not particularly important right now. Could be important later on, depending on how our materials turn out. Okay, so we got a lack up. Jesus, you guys are on it. Man, all those buildings are built as well. You are not screwing around. We haven't got these ladders done, so you are kind of screwing around with that. He says, as they finish up the goddamn ladders. Okay, that's good. So, let's get somebody on the door. We want to see what's in here. New entry. We appreciate your commitment to office upkeep. Dishwashing in the cafeteria. Their prototype was found grievously misusing dish soap has been forcefully terminated. I don't even want it. Because soap is not. I guess it's kind of a lubricant. The remains will be collected at Security Block B. We apologize for the inconvenience and thank you for your timely collection of this prototype. Okay, funny. Now. I need somebody to jump into this thing. And Meep, I mean, you're right here, so I think that's why you're being picked. How are we doing? Yeah, you're a critter rancher, sure, why not? In you go. That's right, Brian, you gotta click on the dupe first. Go on, in you go. And then we gotta click it out. I really dislike how that works. And he just heals super fast, which is fine. That's not what I wanted at all. Sweep off industrial ingredient. There we go. That was weird. Okay, research. What else we got going on? I talked up a big deal about this, and of course I didn't start that research. Let's do it that way. And we get multiple things researched. Yeah, I think so like there's two basic research, and there's two requires a supercomputer, but then only one requires radiation. I would have liked to have seen like a second layer of stuff that required the radiation, the materials research station, and then, two more for the planetarium. That, I mean, that's not a real complaint in any sense. It's just I demand symmetry, which, that doesn't matter. Symmetry doesn't matter. It doesn't. That's ridiculous. Now, by building this ladder here, we have kind of obligated our wall to go here. Like, we have. It's obligated now, because if we build the wall on the other side, we'll just build in the ladder, and that would be silly. So we're not going to do that. Is this tank permanent? I guess. Don't do that one yet. Why would it not be permanent? What's a good reason for this to be temporary? What is a good reason for this to be temporary? A good reason for that to be temporary would be having a better place for it. I don't have a better place for it, so it's fine. Now, well, actually, that's a lie. I do have a better place for it, and that's right underneath that copper volcano. I have not forgotten about that copper volcano. Don't know what to do with that copper volcano, but I have not forgotten about it. So if we were to put a bunch of water underneath for it to splosh down into, that would be great. The problem is that we need so much water. Like this. Oh, I have a cunning plan. Okay, so the cunning plan is we brick up a wall here, and we brick it across here, and then we drop all this polluted water down here, right? So it forms a pool around the base of the volcano. So then all the copper that comes out of it immediately cools. I like this plan. I like this plan a lot. And for now, let's just do that. Are there downsides to this plan? Yes, there are. One, it introduces molten copper into our colony, which is an extraordinarily high temperature, and ergo very bad. And ergo very bad? And it is very bad. Ergo. What's with ergo? And yes, I have been drinking, non-alcoholic stuff. And we're already not in a cold biome, right? So we're going to use this to brick it up. Oh yeah, we can't even research it right now. It's ready to go. We don't really want the water to be that high, but we're gonna brick it up that high just because. Nope, nope, that's a mistake. Now we're good. Did you just say you were cold? It's 25 degrees. I have got to have misread that. Now, because we're building down, we really need to do this one step at a time. So, again, for folks who are new to this game, if I were to put a whole bunch of bricks here, like if I were to do that, what would happen is they would go for the nearest job first, they would brick this up, and then the other bits in the middle would be inaccessible, right? So, that's a bad plan. We need to do it, because we're going down, we need to do it, and it's only accessible from the bottom, we need to do it one tile at a time, which is frustrating, but c'est la vie. What is but in French? Because my brain is going to demo, but that's Japanese, so that's not going to work. Okay. Not important. New printables are available. How many dupes do we have? 17. We're nearing max. Maximum colony size for me, I kind of want it to be 2 full barrack sections. So that's going to be in the region of 22 to 24. Spicy tofu is what we're ordering. I don't want someone with 2 skills. I definitely don't want someone with 1 skill. So, the reason I rejected shine nymph eggs last time is, you might think eggs are good for omelets, but, pause, if we go take a look at this, do I not have an egg cracker built? I don't have an egg cracker built. That is silly. I will explain in a minute. Get it done! Just hold on. Okay. So now I can explain. So if we look at the shine nymph egg, we can see that one shine nymph egg only gives 160 kilocalories of raw egg, right? And to build an omelette, to cook an omelette, sigh. We need a lot more than that, even though it's not shown here. So, for example, any other egg, a Dracula egg, gives us 1600 kilocalories. So the problem is, shine nymph eggs, and again, they're all 1600. Shine nymph eggs are essentially 1/10 of a regular egg. So, I mean, I pulled them in just because, oh sure, let's have more shine nymphs. I don't care, there's no downside. But the eggs themselves are not worth doing, because you need 10 of them just to equate to 1 regular egg. And if I wanted to make an omelette, which I can't, I really hate, it's not listed in there. Can I do that? And if I do that, will you tell me? Oh, there we go, yeah. So you need 1600. So you would need 10 shine nymph eggs to make an omelette. Right? Which is just like, ugh. That's just a pain in the butt. It's really just a pain in the butt. Oh, look. Oh, I didn't realise hatches would eat raw eggs. Interesting. What is this? Oh, you're just telling me the eggs we can crack. And then we have a blank entry for some reason. Anyway. So yeah, shine nymph eggs. Useless. Absolutely useless. If I have nothing else to pick, sure, I'll pick them. But I don't want them. Let's not do that. We're going to do that last. So let's build that all the way over to here, I guess. I'm going to make it 3 high. Sure, why not? Which means we're going to have to dig all of that out. This is not going to work at all. We're going to need another ladder over here. To keep building stuff after we've done all this, after we've dug out the water. Because this here is obviously just a giant hole that the water's going to flow out of, so that's bad. Drowning our colony in polluted water is bad. Taking a stand on that. So that's one project we're working on. That did not lower the water level as much as I wanted, but that's okay. Because hopefully these other tiles will. Because ideally I want to be able to replace these tiles without flooding everything underneath. I mean, that is my usual MO. I'm trying to be slightly more responsible. Just slightly. Oh, more copper ore. Yeah, deconstruct that, please. Diggity, diggity, diggity. We are the world's home for digging hole, diggy, diggy hole, diggy, diggy hole, and so on. If that just sounded like nonsense, you're not wrong, but you should also go look Diggy Diggy Hole on YouTube. Okay, that got us almost all the way. We're still gonna flood some water. We're not gonna flood as bad as I thought we would, but we're still gonna flood. What are you at? You are at 800. Okay, 700 kilos of water. Okay, that's one of the researches with the. I got a winter tile. Oh, nice. Excuse me. Wait, is that a... Oh, it's a sun lamp. Right. Can somebody, like, get on this, please? Let me guess, you're building all this stuff. You are. Okay, this is good. Infinite refined copper incoming. Infinite refined copper is amazing. That's amazing. It's so good. Like the heat cost is bad, but it's completely worth it. It is so worth it. Like it cannot be overstated how worth it is. Oh. Okay, that flooding was less bad than I thought it would be. Let's do all that. Let's get it back in where it's supposed to be. I know you thought we were done mopping. We're not done mopping. We're almost done mopping. Now we're done mopping. Okay, back to whatever you were doing. Can you prioritize that a little bit higher, please? How are we for algae? We're at 13 ton. Okay. Always keep an eye on the algae. You gotta watch the algae. Algae is your until you get like until you're ready to get into like electrolysis in a big way, algae is your primary oxygen producer. Algae, or let me put it another way, algae is your cheapest and easiest source for oxygen. Let me put it like that, right? It requires no infrastructure. If you get algae, you can convert it directly into oxygen via an algae terrarium, and all you need is water, right? That's it. That's all you need. You don't need anything else. You can also do it at a higher rate with the diffuser, and that requires electricity, a little bit more expensive. But bottom line is it's free, right? It's super cheap. It's absolutely like the cheapest way to produce oxygen. The next step up, which I think I'm gonna start soon. What else we got? Go. Where's my other exclamation mark? Oh, nothing in there. Oh, the botanical section, excellent. Is electrolysis. Here. So this electrolyzer converts water into oxygen and hydrogen. So that's a win on two levels. One, that gets us oxygen, right? Which by itself is a win. It also gets us a teeny tiny quantity of hydrogen. And I can't emphasize enough how teeny and tiny it is. It's really teeny and tiny. Do you say how much you kick out? 112 grams per second. So 112 grams per second. If we were to look at the power requirements of the hydrogen generator, you'll see that needs 100 grams per second. So the output of one of those electrolyzers is enough to fuel one of the hydrogen generators. That can't be right. I mean, that's what the numbers say, but that feels wrong. Because I feel that my power stations always outstrip my hydrogen production by like an order of magnitude. No oxygen. Who's suffocating? Who's suffocating? Why are... Okay, I see why you're suffocating. Okay. Yep. No. This is my fault. I see that. That was a very, very close shave. That was like extremely close. Let's never do that again. I was looking and thinking, can I build a ladder? No. Can I I was hoping I could dig it down, but then when they were just stood there after it was dug, because really they would have to run all the way up and over and then up, and then they would have got some oxygen. And that was... They were not moving. At that point, I was like, nope. At least one of those three dupes is going to die. That's on me. Alright, so we have all these things that we are prepared to cook, but we can't cook any of them because we don't have any ingredients. That's okay. I don't mind that. That's fine. Because we can make the ingredients. We're down to 14 kilocalories. 14,000 kilocalories. So I'm annoyed with that. Like, I really hate the kilocalorie system. And that, you know, Americans, that is legitimate criticism of metric, where we have to talk about thousands of kilocalories instead of just talking about megacalories. I have 16 megacalories of food. That would be a much more sensible way to talk about the situation. But we don't. We insist on talking about kilocalories, and then we talk about thousands of kilocalories. And that's not just in this game, that's in real life too. Like, if you look at food, like the readout on food, is there a readout on this beer? No, well, I'm not in Europe. Like, in Europe, all food is required to have, you know, a nutritional breakdown, which beer apparently isn't required of in Canada. Anyway, because even on actual real food, it's broken down to kilocalories, and it's always like thousands of kilocalories, and it drives me up the wall. So like, just say megacalories. Just say megacalories. Right? It's that simple. It's megacalories. New printables are available. And am I... Oh, yeah, I'm seeing someone at high speed. Someone's happy. Oh, nice. It's always good to see the high morale boost. I saw a sticker earlier on as well. Yeah, there's stickers back here. Whee! Sticker bomb. Alright. Nope, nope, nope. Do I want salt water? I mean, sure. Print it. What is with this? Okay, so this research... There, see? Look what it's doing. That's new. That never happened before. Right? Where on the research tab, it shows you what is being researched. I like that. I think that's very cool. I don't know how helpful it is, but I think it's cool. And I'm glad they implemented it. Alright. Ashcan. Are these... No, you got other passions. For the moment, because we have lots of critter ranchers and cooks, we are going to have you just to keep bolstering your strength for now. Normally I would do it later, but we're going to do it now. And you keep coming in here, getting more. So the higher you research as well, the other benefit of this is research determines your learning speed. So if you bump up, if you have a choice between science or other stuff that are dupe favorites, choose science first because they'll learn the other skills. They'll earn XP for skill points faster if you do that. Right? I don't typically put a point in there or something because I mean it's a single point, doesn't matter. But if they've got hearts on their science, yeah, no, don't shit into science. This person will eventually be doing rocket piloting, so really I can justify putting these 2 points into the science to open up rocket piloting, but I'm not going to be giving them rocket piloting. I mean, really. Because I still got to do improved carrying. What I was just saying. Yeah, let's do it anyway. If I was playing on the higher difficulty, survival, I would probably not do that because the stress is going to be high. Boop, 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 boop. All right. So, okay, so this is almost done. So the secret is, I don't really care. Is that still plugged in? It is. I don't really care about the uranium. I just want that out of the way. It just bothers me. Alright, that is all done. Was there anything else jumping out? Okay, so we want to look for more geysers. Here's one here. There's a geyser right here. Geyser, 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 geyser. I don't care. Both of these are fine. I suppose geyser is the more broadly accepted term. So while we're doing that, let's get you, which we have lots of copper and lead. Let's dig all that out. And we're just going to use this. And we're done. Actually, we'll get rid of this one, but what we're going to do, just because we have a lot of polluted oxygen, we're going to build one of these. I'm going to include that on there. It's 5 watts. It's basically 0. It doesn't matter. It doesn't count. How are we doing up here? Almost done. That ladder needs to be built first. So normally I would just brick this off and jump around, but we can't do that here because then all the water floods down because I'm a bad planner, basically. But once we've built that ladder, which somebody's going to do right now, we can break this off. No, we can't break it. Oh no! Okay. So that ladder is pointless because we need that ladder to dig up here, but we can't dig up here until we break that off. And if we break that off, we can't access that ladder. Yay! Fortunately, there's an easy solution. And that's the easy solution. Now we can break it off. Jesus Christ. Are you seriously trying to just get yourself trapped up there? I feel like you're doing it on purpose. Just to mess with me. Alright, let's prioritize this bricking off. Oh God. Alright, so now we can dig that up. And that'll be fine. Okay, yeah, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna stop there. So the transit tubes, I'm given to understand, are phenomenal. I've never used them. I've never had that much plastic. I did mention at the start of the series, I am not very good at this game. You know, I did forewarn you. So the transit tubes are great. I would love to build some. Not happening anytime soon, so we're not going to even worry about that. But these guys, because I want to have the molecular forge. Mostly, you know, just on the off chance we get to space. Is that a... Oh no, that's a brick. That's okay, that's tiled up. Yeah, we are all good. Okay. I guess since we have these, we should probably add coal to our list just so we can keep track. 60 ton. Oh yeah, now. So we want to watch. That's no good to me. Oh no. Fuck. The water is coming in too fast. I was not prepared for that. And then it's coming into our actual reservoir. No. I mean, it's not the worst. It's just like it's not the end of the world. It's just ever so slightly annoying. Let's get those ones done. pretty sure none of it got pumped in, right? Right, none of it got pumped in. So that's the most important part. And I think, just in case, just in case, I'm going to stick a little lip there, because I want to pull this water down as well. Well, no, that was expected. And just in case that comes down a little bit too quickly, we're going to do it this way. Are you saying you're cold at 29 degrees? I have got to be misreading that little icon. That emote. No, he's saying he's cold. It's 28 degrees. Why are you cold? What are you wearing something that makes you extra cold? Dining table equipment, none? What do you mean you're cold? Okay, buddy, right now, in reality, it's like 23 degrees at midnight, and I am dying here from the heat. I think that has to be an error as part of the new temperature update. Has to be. Has to be. Like, there's absolutely no way dupes are legitimately cold in this in 27, 28 degrees. And I feel like this is new, them being cold at this temperature. Now it should, yeah, still be over pressure. So as long as this is here, it's over pressure. It's kind of what I want. Because I want and need more liquid down here. Oh, you're going to focus on digging. Is somebody going to focus on building? Because I'm going to be annoyed if that lets it work. Like, that can't have been the thing that was doing the blocking. Who's working on this? No one. New printables. Alright. Let's go check out the new printables. No. Sure, let's get sand. I don't need sand. What have you got? What have you got for me? Oh, you got this. Oh, excellent. So I would love to build you. What's your plus 20 and yours is? They're about the same. Yeah, the difference is that one doesn't require refined metal. That's the main difference. Yeah, it's not going to happen. But we can throw in some canvas. Some of these good ones. What's the range on these? 6 tiles. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So as long as we put it there and there. It's going to cover all the upstairs tiles. Excellent. There we go. So let's do these ones first. And that will hopefully flood in the correct direction and not in the wrong direction. It's getting close though. That's getting... Oh, no, it's going down. That's grand. Yep, we're good. We're good. We can break that now. Because now, even if it accelerates the flooding, yeah, which it does, it's still not going to go over... doesn't? No, there we go. There's the peak. And now it's slowing down and going the other way. Excellent. So now we can open this sucker up. Because we have, oh Jesus, I don't know, 30 tons of water for it to dump its copper into. So it's going to be dumping a relatively small amount of copper. Oh, you're going to tell me even. It's going to be dumping 9 kilos of copper into 100,000 kilos of water. And even though the temperature of the copper is going to be very high, the differential between the copper and the water is also significant, meaning that the copper is going to cool very rapidly. Not instantly, but very fast. And there are ways to speed that up, because you got to bear in mind. Okay, bear in mind that as lumps of copper build up here, it's going to be more and more hot copper, and the water here is going to heat up as well, right? You absolute. So this Stinky, this jackass, has dug himself into a hole. I can't build up a ladder here because the volcano's in the way. I can build it up on the outside. I didn't actually want to build anything along here because I don't want dupes climbing up and over and getting scalded by the volcano. But Stinky has insisted. So you can see that our water right now is at 30.8 degrees. Right, look at it, shooting up 37 degrees, 38 degrees, 39, 40 degrees. Jesus Christ, 41 degrees it peaked at, but it's cooling down quite quickly, and the copper itself, see the temperature plummeting. So now that the copper is now down to 480 degrees. And it started at 2000 degrees. So that's cooled off significantly. we still don't want to touch it at this temperature, right? And the water here is at 38 degrees and it's cooling, but the water over here is at 31 degrees, right? So it's the temperature will slowly spread through the water, and water is a good conductor for temperature. So one thing that we can do to speed along the cooling is put a conveyor rail. So if we put a conveyor input around here and it moves the copper through the water, you'll have this extremely hot copper hitting this extremely not hot, I don't want to say cold because it's still positive in terms of centigrade, this much cooler water, and it's being moved through it. So it'll keep cooling down quite rapidly to the point where it is safe to touch when we drop it off down here. If you just move it through air, while the air is also much cooler than the metal, it doesn't absorb the temperature as much. Think of it this way, like just in terms of like the stuff that your hand is moving through when you move your hand through the air, right? There's a lot less stuff there. Whereas when you put your hand in water and you move it, you can feel the resistance. There's a lot more stuff there, mass, for your hand to move through. So if we try to heat up the stuff, if we take a hot object and put it into that stuff, because there's much less stuff in the air, that air heats up very quickly. It doesn't transfer as much heat. The hot object doesn't cool down all that much. It stays hot because the air heats up very quickly because there's very little stuff there. Whereas when you put it in water, there's a lot of stuff in the water. If you want to put numbers on it, look at the screen. Right here, like in every square, there's about 2,000 grams, 2 kilograms of a gas, right? Because even when we go up here to hydrogen, well, okay, hydrogen is even less. But when it comes to oxygen, there's about 2 kilos of oxygen in a square. Whereas in water, there's 1,000 kilos. So to heat up 2 kilos of oxygen takes way less energy than heating up 1,000 kilos of water, be it polluted or unpolluted. So a conveyor belt moving this metal through this water will help dissipate the heat relatively rapidly. So what we can do is we can put an auto sweeper around here to pick up the metal, because we don't want to do touching it. 500 degrees is going to hurt a lot. The sweeper can pick it up, dump it into the conveyor system. The conveyor system could then move it through all of this water and bring it down and dump it down wherever we want to dump down. Possibly dump down here into this other water system that's even colder. What's this water temperature at? It's quite high. That is a long trip though. So I don't know. That was weird. So I don't know if I actually want to. Oh right, you were hitting X on the search box. Yeah, it's not. That's not a cancel X for the window. So maybe we want that. Maybe we don't want that. Maybe we can let the copper sit where it's sitting, or maybe we don't. Why are we out of power? Are you guys? Oh no, you guys are still running on manual power. Yeah, that's not good. How much copper do we have here right now? So right now that's at 300 degrees. So it's going to keep cooling because the water is a lot cooler, right? It's at 40 degrees. But as soon as this guy erupts, he's going to add to that copper again. The copper's going to heat up again. So it's bad, right? It's really bad. We need to move this stuff ASAP. And if I was a sensible person, I'd of course build all the infrastructure first before digging out the volcano. But I am not a sensible person, and I think that's important to note here. Moreover, I'm desperate for the copper. I really want the copper. I want that ASAP. So being sensible was a much lower priority for me. Which is kind of the definition of not being a sensible person, you know? Okay. Auto sweeper. I wanted to go for the whole volcano. I mean, the volcano just dumps into this one point in the middle here, but let's just assume it does something silly at some point. So we're going to build an auto sweeper there. Auto sweeper requires refined metal. None of the rest of the stuff, the conveyor loader, the conveyor belt. Oh, the conveyor loader also. Did this change? I don't remember these requiring refined metal before. Yeah, whatever. Do I want you there? Actually, I feel that's a little close. I want to move it up one. And now for shipping, conveyor loader. Again, we're going to use copper. Now, they got to hit that green square. It really doesn't matter where it is. So, you know, that could be... but let's start it in the water anyway. Let's start it there. Right, yeah, it's well covered. And now, we will build some conveyors. Now, if we wanted to be silly, we could do like this, right? To every square of water. That's a little excessive. We're just going to drag it all the way through, right? And then down, and then zoom out to see where we are. And then, I guess, over here. Because are these things ugly? No, they don't have a positive or negative effect. They don't matter, but we'll drag it to the wall anyway, just to hide it. And then, just to finish it off, Christ, for the love of all that's holy, when you pause to think, stop clicking and dragging. You know what? It can all be collected over here. Can we go back to shipping? Thank you, because we don't want to cancel anything that's not a conveyor belt by accident. And then we're just gonna dump it on the floor. But we're gonna have this guy here. Who actually we can afford to just have as lead. We have that guy here to automatically pick stuff up, and this sweeper will then automatically dump it into the boxes that we want it to be dumped into. Okay, grand. Now, we are behind on this. We should have been doing a lot more of this earlier on. So I'm going to expand this out here. I'm making room for 2 because I'm kind of thinking ahead that I may want that to be a double at some point. You, again, we're going to use lead for you. Just because we can. And now, because we've got essentially infinite copper, we can afford to start using the conductive wires. Because we've got infinite copper. I mean, technically not yet we don't, but, you know, we will, presently. There's 516 copper right there. I don't know why it's only saying... Oh, it is saying 716. That's good. And we're going to open this guy up. Alright, let's get this door open. What have we got here? Critical change facilities may affect your workflow and accessibility. To use a simple system, simply remove all hand coverings and place your hand on the designated scan area. Then wait, the system verifies your employee identity. Please note, all keycards must be returned to front desk by. For questions on rescheduling, please contact security. Meh. Okay, not very interesting. Got another warm coat that I don't care for. Another snazzy suit. Another snazzy suit. And that warm coat, we are just gonna sweep. Works just fine. Oh, and we have new printables again. Operating, digging, and doctoring. I really don't need someone else with doctoring. But operating and digging is not terrible. Oh, even if they have decreased construction. Alright, new guy. Let's get you into hard digging, because we don't actually have a lot of those. Which is surprising. Okay, you... Yeah, let's move you towards mechatronics, why not? You carrying... I was going to put you over, but that's fine. Tinkering, astronomy, farming, and plumbing. All right, it's a whole bunch of skill grades. Alright, you, yeah, the random debris is gone, so we're just gonna not even bother with that anymore. And the random debris is gone, so we're not gonna bother with that anymore either. Don't get me wrong, it's not a bad idea. I mean, you could leave these guys there to pick up the coal, but they're burning like 240 watts of power each. It's a high power consumption, and the coal poop is pretty infrequent, so it's not really worth it, to be honest. How are we for data banks? We have 22 units. I'm going to check that as well. that's not really something you need to keep track of. But because it's rare and infrequent, it's helpful to keep it up there. So you can see, so you need like 30 units to do the next tier of research. So if you have that up there, then you'll know when you have 30 units. Because, you know, partial research does nothing for you. So back down in my lab, down here, while we don't need it right now, we're gonna need it. We're gonna need a virtual planetarium. And it doesn't really matter what we build you out of. So we're just gonna build you out of copper because it's abundant. And we're gonna put you there. And I think we're gonna build another statue. Another really nice metal statue. Just because that one is now out of range. Right? It's only got a range of 8 blocks. Yeah. So if I do this, I'm in range. Yeah, out of range. So the duplex working here is out of range, which is no good at all. And the metal blocks. Where's my next metal block? I got a metal block here. Metal block is 8 blocks as well, right? Yeah. So there's going to be some overlap in the middle. No, it's not going to be. There's not going to be any overlap. What did we just research? That. Okay, that's a good thing to research. What's this? I don't care about the geoturner or the glass furnace or I don't care about any of these things. Although the critter condo does make our hatches happy. Happier hatches means more frequent pooping hatches equals more coal. And some of the conveyor rail has been built, as you can see, by its absence, by its invisibility. Now, you're super low, so we need to actually put you on a high priority now to make sure you actually get deconstructed. Now that's down to 1350. Excellent. Let's get, no, we're not built the grid. What are you bugging me about? Oh, the artifact analysis station, which I don't yet need the artifact analysis station, but we do need an automation wire to go from here to here. And let's set you at 2. There we go. Get all of that done, that would be ideal. Let's prioritize this construction, eh, fellas? You know what? Oh, no. Someone's on it. We don't need to screw around. Yeah, let's leave it alone. There we go. Now you fellas do not need to be involved. Like, at all. I mean, it's nice that you're there for the extra little boost, but you're not needed. Conveyor belt is being built. Good stuff. All right. So now we need to upgrade this wire to conductive wire. Because we're going to be hooking it up to a whole bunch of other stuff. And I'm out of copper. So, a thing you can do, which is really risky, is you can mark a thing for research. So they start doing the research, especially for these geysers, gazoozers, is when you need to know how long they're going to operate for. You really do. Like, it's unavoidable. You need this information. So you need people to do the analysis. Doing it while it's active and merely idle is extremely risky. So if there was no water here, the air temperature around that geyser would be about 800, well, even 200, 300 degrees. And that would just be instantly scalding whatever dupe is working there. Right? Bad. You know what, we're going to build another ladder here. So what you can do is, while it's idle, you can get them to work there, and you need to watch that volcano like a hawk, so that they can get, so the second it starts to erupt, you cancel the analysis. And also doing something like that where they've got oxygen nearby, it's kind of super important, especially if, like, in this. So right now, okay, so we're going to cancel analysis. You're going to get the fuck away. And then once the eruption is finished, we're going to get them to come back. I'm just going to quickly grab another beer from the fridge. So, your dupe really cannot stand next to the volcano during the eruption. That would be extraordinarily bad. They'll take a lot of damage from the heat. In my case, I don't have a hospital set up. They may get knocked unconscious due to the health loss. If they're underwater and they're unconscious, they may just suffocate. Never mind dying from the injuries, they'll just pass out and drown. So, yeah, that's the deal. Where are you all off? off. Oh, you know, you're just having enough materials for replacement. That's fine. Cooking, supplying, and operating. Ooh, supplying and operating together. That is our mechatronics combination. And even with all the other negatives, you are totally worth it. So let's start with some improved carrying while we wait. What did I just do? You have not been eating in the mess room, and that's why your morale is so bad. You need to go fix that, buddy. What are you even doing? Y'all are picking up this obsidian that I just don't give a crap about. Alright, and now we need a smart battery. I'm going to prioritize that. Power, regular cable. Boom, 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 boom. How am I going to then run you all the way over here? To power this and to power this. I guess we could say from copper just by connecting it like so. Am I that desperate for copper? No. I'm going to do it anyway. Yes. Yeah, now this water, it's still 31 degrees. It's still quite cool. Whereas water up here is now up to 49. What are you doing? You're going to build. Okay, that's fine. So then we need to intercept anyone who's going to try and study the danger. Why do you have no power? Because those two cables are not done. Okay. That is a perfectly reasonable explanation. So we are just going to build just one more battery. That should be more than adequate. There we go. Alright, now you, COPPER. You are going to accept copper, which means you are going to start moving the copper. Now, notice this copper. Let's say 51.6 degrees is the fourth square. And the square 1, 2, 3, 4 is now down to is now down to 40 degrees. Right? That's a big drop off. Not you. You. What's the last one? Is that gonna be the hottest one? 37.5. These are all at a perfectly reasonable temperature. The real test will be from the stuff that gets ejected and then picked up immediately. Okay, and from here on out, I don't care what we research. He says as, what is that? Oh, dehydrator and rehydrator, right. Oh, that's a whole bunch of copper you just picked up. Okay, here we go. Here's the real test. So this one is at 243 degrees. And now it's at 87. Massive drop off. Now the drop off here is so good, we can probably get away with keeping someone always on research. Now also the geotuner is a station I have not messed around with. The geotuner basically cranks up the temperature of a geyser to increase the output. And normally, like for water, which is coming out at like 90 degrees, you'd be like this guy here, it's at 110, and like, which is like borderline dangerous. You'd be like, oh, I don't know about that. Why would I want that? But if you're coming out at 2,000 degrees, what's an extra 400 or 500 degrees? Like that, it really makes no difference. But the output of 9 kilos per second, I mean, if we could increase that, that would be kind of great. So, botanical grooming, super blah 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 blah. Is it a utility? It's not a utility. I may not have researched it. G-E-O-T, geotuner. Ah, there we go. We haven't researched it yet. All right. Yeah, let's have a think about that, because that might be useful. All right. So now we have loads of conductive wires. So let's do all of that. And up and up and up and up and up and up and all the way up. And across to here. And down and across. And let's get rid of all of that. And that'll be that whole circuit moved up to 2K, which is great. Just because it allows us to put more things on the same circuit, right? That's the basic idea. Let's just have you at 1%. Did we not? I feel like we didn't. Yeah, we didn't. We didn't automate this one. Which is absolutely critical. Because otherwise we've got power burning that we don't need to burn. There we go. Yes, turn that sucker off. So, burning power and generating heat are things we absolutely do not want to do unless we have to. Here's some more chill water. And let's see now. Scalding. Who's scalding? Oh, because you were doing research. Right, yeah, you were standing right there when the molten copper kicked in. So let's see, molten copper being kicked up straight away, right? So it starts off at, like, it's ejected at 2000 degrees as per what it says right there. Now this copper right here, it's only 600, so it's already dropped by 60%. So it's 669 degrees. By the time it gets to here, it's 580. That's still a substantial drop off. So let's go with this one. So that would have been 580, right? 484 there, and now by the time we get out of the water, it's 151. Now, that is not great. 151. 270 degrees. Those temperatures are actually not great, especially being dropped right here. 89, 100, 123. I might want to do something about that. I don't know what though. And let's bring that up so we're not, dupes don't need to be involved. And then our temperatures are around the 40s. We don't like that at all. Back to analysis, please. Almost done. Because when we get this done, we'll know, like it says 45 seconds every 783 seconds, sure, but we don't know which 45 seconds. So basically it erupts for less than a minute, about every 11 minutes. But we don't know how long the active period is. The active period could just be 11 minutes. I know it's not because it's erupted more than once. Who's suffocating and why? Oh yeah, look at us. We are really low on water. We need to fix that too. That's an easy fix because we have a lot of polluted water. There we go. All right. So our active, so it's going to shut down in 12 days, okay, and it's active for 50 cycles, so 50 days out of every 85 days, which is good. It's only got a downtime of 30 days. Okay. Great. I'm a fan of all of that. I'll take the algae actually. Sorry, Catalina, but algae wins on that one. We gotta prioritize these. Okay, we did that. Excellent. So this water, and it's only up to 37 degrees, right? So we have eliminated like we've had multiple metal eruptions of 2,000 plus degrees, and our water was only up to 37 degrees. So yeah, water, awesome coolant. So now, speaking of water, we need fresh water. Our toilets are fine because of this backlog, but our supercomputer needs us to hand pump the water, right? So our supercomputer is out. I don't think we need, oh, we do need our supercomputer right now as well. Inconvenient. Okay, so we need a pump. Let's say this. We don't want a big backlog for polluted water because we don't need it all that much, right? So we're gonna just do that. You're gonna pump into here and you're gonna pump out. Now, the question is to where? And we don't need any of you anymore. We now need to do some water refining. Alright. What's going on? Why are we scalding? What's the temperature over here? I am hearing squeaks of disapproval. Why are you all so hot? I think it's because of the copper. Yeah, 106 degrees. I think that will help take the edge off. I think we should do one more. So what I was doing here, shipping, is I need all of this gone. Whoops, wrong button. I need, oh, for the love of Brian, I need all of that cleared out. Because we need a system of refining for water, because we need fresh water for a bunch of stuff, not the least of which is research. Of course, once that happens, once you complete this is going to be inaccessible. So we need to, prepare some ladders. Why is that not being built? Okay, it is. People are on the way. Great. Come on. Let's go. Chop. And that looks like a whole bunch of carbon, right? So we're going to want to set up some carbon scrubbers down here as well at some point. Why are you picking up dirt? Why is this not being built? Can we, get on this? Thank you. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to build continuous ladders and scaffolding. I mean, you can. It's fine. It's just not necessary. Your little dupes can hop across. Oh, I swear, if any of you get trapped down a hole, I'm going to be so upset. But you set it like this, and they can happily just jump across the tops of the ladders, right? The scaffolding is fine like that. Okay, so you're going to dig down to there, which means we're also going to want that. Let's dig the ladder down. Okay. So this power cable is also going to have to come down to, let's say, there. Because we are going to need some outputs here. Because we're going to have to power a whole bunch of refining. By a whole bunch, I think I mean 2 stations. But I will confirm as we get to that point, because I don't recall off the top of my head. Oh, we're up to 34 databanks. All right. 34 databanks. So these, the next tier of research will require 30. So we can afford something shiny. And we just need to find something that's kind of, you know, useful-ish. Unfortunately, they're all really to do with space and rockets. And we are really far away from doing all that. Yeah, so I think because the blast shot maker and the meteor blaster, I should not have done that. I should have continued on. What were we researching? Crap. That. Let's finish that research, and then we'll do the other one. I do love watching my conveyor belts though. Like, it's a silly tiny thing, but it's, you know, dun dun dun, it's a sense of accomplishment. Because now all of these warnings should go away. Because we've got like 500. And I don't know why they're not going away. They're being silly is what they are. Alright, now you are going to need a smart battery as per usual. We're going to prioritize that. And we're going to automate it. Because god damn it, we need to automate it. Which means we also need tiles. So now, in refinement, we need 2 water sieves. I hate it when I just click like that. Right, so there's water sieve 1, there's water sieve 2. And now piping. Alright, here's my piping. So my piping is going to shoot across from here. And I'm going to go here. So the inputs are going to go like so. And then the outputs are going to go like so. Let's not accidentally meld our pipes. Now, this is a bit of a mess. How do I get this across and in? Fortunately, I kind of sort of planned for it by not deleting that stuff there. Past Brian, you did not screw future Brian as you so often do. Well done this one time on not screwing over future Brian. Back to power. This is just going to need regular, nope, that's not regular, that's regular wire. That's fine, we'll put the batteries on the other side. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the batteries are. I mean, it eats more copper, but I mean, we're not short of copper. Right? Right. We are fine. We are up for a butt in copper. Tile, and sure, yeah, let's build some more tiles over here. Fellas, I don't know why you're trying to commit suicide. I'm not happy about it at all. I really wish you wouldn't. It upsets me when you do that. Right, and the actual wire I forgot to hook in. And now the cycle is going nowhere because that pump needs power. God damn it. Oh, we were so close to finishing. Alright. Wait, why did I build that water pipe all the way around? That doesn't make any sense. You can just build it here. Christ. I got nothing. I don't know how to explain this shit to you. That was just silly. Because, like, once you're here, you can build it here. And you know, we don't need to build it around. It can go through a wall. It's fine. I think that all that dirt was still there and was still kind of weighing on my mind, even if, you know, I didn't need it. Let's get all that copper back. Alright, how are we doing now? We're still waiting on this one goddamn piece of pipe. Is somebody on that? Somebody is on that. There we go. Alright. And we're not away because all of this wire needs to be constructed. Which we are on right now. Like gangbusters. Excellent. Zoom, zoom, zoom. No, out of oxygen. Alright. Pretty sure it's not going to ever be any backlog here. It's there just in case. So there is our polluted water coming in. And our pure water coming out. Now it's going to dump in here. And it's important to note that this is going to pump it out at the same rate. But that pipe is heavily backlogged, and it's heavily backlogged for a reason. And the reason is that when I pump water in, we don't have to deal with the backlog. So these guys can start picking up water, even though it's a tiny, tiny amount. And a tiny, tiny amount is enough to get that working. Farming, you have 2 useless skills. You have 0 useless skills. What are you bad at? Low, you've bad germ resistance. I could not care less about that. Alright, you, my new best friend. Who are you even? Pay. Just pay. Alright, where are your skills? Critter ranching, which is great. But also tinkering, which we can always use better of. Why don't we start you off in improved strength so you can carry more? Alright, let's start at the top. Devon. More research. always, Frankie. Sure, rocket piloting. Liam, my buddy, my pal. Oh no, we want mechatronics. Yes, let's move towards that. Oh, right, yeah, no, whoops. Anyway. And you're going toward mechatronics as well, and you're maxing out medical stuff, and you're probably going to be experiencing some stress soon. Ruby, back with the super hard digging, because we've got so very few of ye. Advanced medical care? Sure. Okay. Yeah, so our highest stress is now 8%. You can see up there in the top left corner. So Rowan's, we should take a look at stress. Your stress is going down. You're fine. Might go up in the future, but for now, it's going down. So when I last looked here, we're at like 400 grams. Then we get a couple of kilo available. Oh no. Okay. Oh, this is what I wanted to avoid. So, at some point when a rad bolt was fired, a dupe stepped into its path and blocked it. And this generated liquid nuclear waste. The rad bolt broke and dumped the liquid nuclear waste on the floor. On the upside, that has boosted our radiation. I don't think it even has boosted our radiation, but it has added additional radiation to the area. Now, it used to be that if you mop this up, it would liquefy pretty quickly afterwards. Right, so here it is in the solid state. It's listed as liquid. I mean, salt water also listed as liquid. So it used to be this liquid nuclear waste would not stay in a container. Oh, because the freezing point is 26.9 degrees. Yeah, but even so, I mean, the freezing point of that is -0.7. So, I mean, stay in the container, please. Which it doesn't. It pops out of the container. Why does it pop out of the container? I don't understand why it pops out of the container. I am unhappy about this. So, we need to dump our nuclear waste somewhere. It's not going to come up often, because it's really like a 1 in a million shot that our dupes will run across that spot right as the rad bolt is being produced. It's extraordinarily rare. How are we doing here? How much water do you have? 73 kilos. Okay. I don't even know how quickly that gets used. It gets used extremely fast. Okay. So I'm not particularly worried about the radiation. Like, it's not dangerous. I just want it off the floor for the sake of it. What the shit just happened there? Where did all that water come from? Oh, I have no idea. Alright, so I had a quick review of the video. It looks like a whole bunch of ice. Like, I suspected a whole bunch of ice had melted right there, but I just confirmed it in video. Because that went from, like, pretty much red, full, to 0, and then that giant clump of water materialized. Okay, Research complete. Excellent. So, yes, I was looking at a second piece of research. So, the second piece of research that I wanted was... nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nope. Yes, that guy. I want that. That's going to take a while to get to. Because we're going to have to get through this advanced caffeination first, which will give us the espresso machine. Never used it. I might try to use it this run and check it out. Guys, we have a ton of copper. Oh, I see why. You're trying to make it with lead. That doesn't make any sense at all. All of this. Should be copper. I mean, if it is already, great. But the lead we should be saving. And we should be using the lead with intention. Because it has its uses. Alright. Now, I've had a couple of cuts in this. Well, because I basically needed a bathroom break multiple times. So I think this is hitting about 2 hours now. Oh, obsidian can be converted to sand now. That's interesting. So I think I'm going to wrap this up for here. Wrap this up for now. Okay, so what did we achieve today, if anything? We got some water refining set up, right? So we now have essentially infinite water, because the water now runs in a loop. We have clean water, which goes to the toilets and turns into polluted water and goes in here, and then polluted water gets turned back into clean water, right? So that loop is now complete. We have infinite copper available to us. Pure, refined, beautiful, amazing copper available to us without any dupe interaction required. It's going to be spat up with a volcano, it's going to be cooled down by the water, it's going to be dumped in here. We will need to do something about the heat in this water at some point. I expect I'm just going to dump a bunch of ice into it. That's really going to be the plan. It's not a good plan, but it's a plan. And it has the secondary benefit, in addition to like cooling it down, it also increases the mass, so it'll heat less quickly after that. What else did we achieve today? I mean, yeah, that's really it. That's really it. We got the copper and we got the water refinement system set up. those are the two things we got done today. Yeah. It's slow. This is why I'm bumping it up to 2 hours each time as well. So, if you found this stuff interesting, entertaining, enjoyable, like and subscribe to the channel. That helps me out a lot. If you have any thoughts or comments or what I should be doing differently, let me know. Bear in mind, there is a time lag behind these. I usually try to record, like I'll do a 2-hour block and then a 2-hour block and I'll try to upload. So I'm usually recording a week before I upload. Sometimes just a day or two before I upload. But, if you have any thoughts or ideas about what I could be doing differently, keep it constructive. I do not care about the optimum or the most efficient way to do things. But if I'm doing things badly, or if you think I could be doing something more interesting, very interested in hearing about that, pop a comment in down below. Let me know. I want to hear from you. Otherwise, there's this, and I have the Unfortunate Tunnel is my Frosty Planet DLC colony that's going as well. So this colony, the Panopticon, is going to be Tuesdays and Fridays from now on going out, and the Unfortunate Tunnel, the Frosty Planet DLC, that is going to be Mondays and Thursdays, and that's all going to be at 1 p.m. at Pacific time. That is the game plan for now. I'm going to keep it running for, I don't know, let's say another month. And we'll see how it pans out from there. If I get no interaction and no traction from viewership, I might stop. But I mean, I love this game. I play this game a lot. So, even if I'm not recording, I'm going to be playing the game. So I might as well record, right? But, hit me up with thoughts. And that is it for today. And let's make sure I save. Alright, toodles.